Hey, today we've got a new Warbond called Python Commandos that features the long-anticipated minigun Stratagem, a chainsaw sword, a new primary, and there's even a brand new guard dog called Hot Dog. Not only that, there's so much more to talk about. If you could do me a solid, be sure to smash that like button and the hype button below. With that said, let's jump in. Alrighty, so the new Python Commandos Warbond is going to be released on December 2nd, and I'm absolutely thrilled about it. So without further ado, let's check out the first reward on the list, the new M1000 Maxigun Stratagem. What you're seeing here is finally a brand new minigun Stratagem, something we've all been wanting for such a very, very long time. And the developers finally delivered and cooked up this special Stratagem. So, in the dev's blog post, the developers talked about how it's belt-fed with an ultra-high ammo capacity. Now, the question is, how much ammo can you dish out? Well, I believe the Stratagem name kind of gives it away. I'm 100% certain it's going to have 1,000 rounds. Now, I think this Stratagem could potentially be a fan favorite, especially if it can damage enemies with medium armor. But let's say, for whatever reasons, the stat says it's got light armor penetration. Then I think that would really make this Stratagem lackluster. You guys can let me know in the comments. But I think this particular Stratagem needs the power behind it. It only makes sense given that it's a support Stratagem and it's a minigun, right? Nevertheless, in this preview, we can't really tell whether or not it's doing any damage on armor targets. But as always, once I get my hands on this particular Stratagem, I'll be sure to let you know if it's good or bad, no BS. Before we continue, let me know in the comments if you're excited to try out the new M1000 Maxigun Stratagem. Moving along, the next Stratagem is the brand new Axe Flame 75 Guard Dog Hot Dog. Yes, you heard correctly, we're getting a flamethrower guard dog. Now, just like the AR-23 guard dog, once the Flame 75 guard dog runs out of ammo, it'll have to go back to your backpack to reload, or in this case, refuel, which makes sense. The developers wrote here that it'll coat your enemies in fires of freedom before turning to your backpack to refuel. Also, you can see that the Flam 66 Torture primary is attached to the guard dog, which means it should be able to inflict 250 damage to enemies. By the way, let's now take a closer look at the new Hot Dog backpack. So we can see there's a warning symbol on the back where the red tank is. And I wonder if you receive too much damage on the back, will it blow up on you? If so, that would be crazy and I can't wait to try it out. I'll be sure to let you know in the future once I get my hands on this. Up next at number 3, the CQC9 Defoliation Tool. It's a new melee, but not just any sort of melee, it's a chainsaw sword. This is another highly requested melee that fans and players have been wanting so badly, and we finally got one. Now, I think this melee is going to be a fun one to use, and what I really like is the details on the chainsaw sword, such as the pulley and the gas cap at the top, and everything else you see here. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. Hopefully it'll be a strong melee weapon that beats the other options we've got currently. I mean, if this chainsaw could tear through medium armor enemies, then it's going to beat the new machete. And speaking of damage, it looks like it was quite effective on a Brood Commander, so that's interesting. Anyway, if you have any opinions or thoughts, let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, the fourth reward we're going to cover is a new primary called the ARGL2112 that comes with a grenade launcher attachment you can swap to by holding down the square button on PlayStation, the R key on PC, or for Xbox players, I believe it's the X button. Nonetheless, it's so cool to finally see a grenade launcher attachment, and I wonder if we'll ever see that as a customization option for the Liberator Penetrator, for example, or even the AR-23 Liberator would be cool too. Now, as of right now, we've got no idea if it'll come with medium armor penetration or light armor penetration. Either way, I think it'll be perfectly fine, but I do wonder, maybe one of you divers out there can let me know in the comments if light armor penetration would be perfectly fine or not. Let's talk about it. Oh, and also, the developers wrote this right here. Python Commandos has a new and unique primary weapon, a combination assault rifle and grenade launcher called the ARGL2112. Heavy to wield, but the damage dealt is heavy too, making your primary slot more versatile than ever with 2 guns in one. Yeah, well, that seems like they're basically saying, hey, this weapon is super powerful because, well, they just wrote there, it's heavy in damage. Or the damage dealt is heavy too. Tomato, tomato. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not going to hold my breath because you know how things are, right? This is all on paper. We don't know if it's powerful or if it's weak. But again, I'll be sure to let you know in an upcoming video if it's good or bad. But I thought this was interesting to point out because it's like they're saying, hey, this one is super powerful, and I can't wait to try it out. Okay, moving along, the new Python Commandos Warbond comes with 2 new armors. The first one is a light armor called the RS-20 Constrictor, and the second is a heavy armor, the RS-40 Beast of Prey. So before we talk about the new passive, I thought it was funny that the devs wrote in their blog post here that the armor set was named after the legendary Helldiver named Ronald Mambo. And I can't really help but think of Rambo, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're referring to, unless it's something about Contra. I don't know. I mean, take a look at the RS-20 Constrictor and tell me you don't see Rambo just a little bit. Speaking of these 2 armors, they come with a new cape that is designed with a green camo and 2 different logos. Nonetheless, let's now go over the new passive, which is called Rock Solid. This passive is meant to help you become somewhat resilient to ragdolling and staggering attacks. For example, the developers wrote, both of these armors are equipped with the Rock Solid passive, which makes your Helldiver more steadfast against staggering and ragdolling attacks. I absolutely love the idea behind this passive, and I can't wait to find out how effective it'll be. Lastly, we've got the other cosmetics, a new camo designed for the Fast Recon vehicle, exosuits for both the Emancipator and Patriot exosuits. You can even see what it looks like on the shuttle and the Hellpod too. Not to mention, there are new banners like the Mark of the Constrictor and Faux Rent Asunder that rock the same camo. And of course, we can't forget the player title, Python Commando, that comes with a sick camo Helldiver skull. Oh, and there's also a brand new emote called Front Leaning Rest Position, where your Helldiver busts out push-ups. And I believe there's 2 different ones. There's one where it's pushing, doing the push-ups with an arm behind its back, and the other one is just doing a plain push-up. So there's 2 different ones. Now, of course, we're not just talking about the rewards in the Python Commandos Warbond, because there's also a brand new armor set and a shotgun dropping in the Superstore on December 2nd. If you're curious, the armor set is medium armor, and it's called RS6 Fiend Slayer. I'm definitely getting some Doom vibes from the name. The store will also come with a matching banner, and the third Superstore item is the shotgun, the DBS2 Double Freedom. I swear this thing is basically the brother to the break action shotgun. At least that's what it looks like to me. So what are your thoughts about everything we've just discussed? Let me know in the comments. Okay, briefly, I want to point out a few details on the 2 new armor sets. First up, the RS-20 Constrictor has some intriguing stuff on it. And I'm not sure if the developers are potentially hinting at something here, but on the Constrictor armor, there's a grappling hook with a rope on the left side. I'm not sure about you all, but a grappling hook could potentially be useful in Helldivers 2 when traversing. Or potentially they could use it like it's Mortal Kombat and you can fire a grappling hook at an enemy and bring them closer while inflicting damage. Get over here! That type of thing. Anyways, that's my best impression. Nonetheless, I don't know if that's cool enough or sounds like it would be useful. However, it sounded cool to me. The other thing I want to point out is the new Beast of Prey armor that has sort of a lot going on, like the stems on the left side, which I'm pretty sure those are stems. There's also a flashlight, and I'm not exactly sure what's in the middle. It looks like a magazine with potentially gas rounds. Overall, I for sure hope they're hinting at certain things we can expect in the future, because how cool would it be if we had a grenade launcher with gas rounds and a grappling hook that can inflict damage while helping us traverse around the map. With everything said, we know for a fact there's going to be a brand new update arriving on December 2nd, and how do we know? Well, in the past, the developers have dropped a patch a week after they announced their Warbond date. For instance, they said it's coming out on December 2nd, which is a Tuesday, so they have to update the game to add the Warbond. What's intriguing about this is usually the Warbonds are released on Thursday, yet this one is on a Tuesday. Now, why could that be? Well, it might just be a major update like I've been saying, because why else would they do it? They did it for the Halo ODST Legendary Warbond, and there was a major update then, so it has has to be the same situation. But yeah, what are your thoughts about the new Python Commandos Warbond? The next update coming, do you have any guesses? If it's going to be a big one, let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let's discuss all of this. Continuing on, we're going to talk about something that's unrelated to the Warbond, and it's this post right here, Major Truth. If you don't know, this is basically Arrowhead's funny way, or an interesting way of just kind of bringing the lore from Helldivers 2 into, like, real life, essentially. Here's what they wrote. Hey guys, it's me, Major Truth. I'm finally back from my education. I'm really eager to catch up on everything. What's new, Super Earth? I hope you have been well behaved while I was out. Ha ha ha. I've had a lot to reflect on, and I can't wait to share my learnings with you all. Yeah, so it seems Major Truth is back in action, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Maybe this is due to the recent, I don't know, dissonant activity on the Discord. For those that don't know, there's a lot of Helldivers that have been labeled dissonants. I was one of them. And you can tell, here's my post. I basically said I hate Super Earth, and what I meant to say is I hate Super Earth's pineapple pizza. But nevertheless, if you say anything that's about Super Earth or pineapple pizza and how it's great, you'll become a dissonant. I thought it was funny, not too sure where this is going, but yeah, that's currently going on over on the Discord. Lastly, for today's video, we have the top comments. First from DCL8451 that wrote, I still want a Warbond on fixing the game and not being nerf divers. Well, there might be some changes in the next major update. Just stay tuned. Things will get better. The second top comment is by Tone Pilot that said on December 2nd, expect an ad for Democratic Hemorrhoid Cream. That's what the fiery red circle refers to. Maybe, just maybe, after we shiitake our pants, our pantalones. The third and final top comment is right here by Suspicious with a 5. I want a Warbond based around supporting you squad mates. Yeah, you know what a great update would be for the stim pistol, so that we can track our targets, aka our teammates, and, hit them with the stim. But yeah, those are the top comments. Hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you can, support the video by tapping the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.